Yo, today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Treyarch's latest installment in the iconic Black Ops series. Us fans have been eagerly waiting to see if it lives up to the hype, does it bring enough innovation to make this installment feel new and fresh, and is it worth your time? Stick around as I break down the gameplay, new features, and my overall first impressions of the Black Ops 6 beta. Right off the bat, Black Ops 6 feels like a mix of the best elements from the previous titles. The game looks visually stunning, with high-quality textures, detailed environments, and impressive lighting effects that really set the tone for each map. The beta gives us a good taste of what's to come, featuring a mix of classic game modes like Team Deathmatch and Domination, along with some interesting new modes that we'll get into soon. Gameplay-wise, Black Ops 6 builds on the foundation laid by its predecessors, but manages to refine and improve the overall experience. A huge selling point for Black Ops 6 is the new Omni movement system, which is new to Call of Duty but isn't new to first-person shooters. Similar systems have existed in other games already for years, such as Max Payne. Black Ops 6's Omni movement allows you to sprint, slide, and dive in any direction. I love how this feels during gameplay. It's really smooth and actually feels like a significant change to the combat. One thing I noticed is that we no longer get the prone blocked pop-up that normally prevents you from proning in certain places. Another thing I noticed they added is the ability to grab an enemy from behind and use them as a human shield. While holding them, you can also talk to them in game chat, which makes for some really funny moments. The gameplay feels pretty solid. It's responsive, satisfying, and the time to kill feels relatively balanced, catering to both aggressive and tactical playstyles. However, it's glaringly obvious that SMGs are dominating the beta. The movement mechanics have been fine-tuned, sliding and mantling feel fluid, and there's a noticeable emphasis on smooth, fast-paced combat. One of the standout features in the beta is the new class system. The first main change is that we now have a third weapon slot for melees. Instead of choosing between a knife or a second gun, you now always have two guns and a melee. Another notable change is that we now get a bonus perk if we have three of the same type of perk. The three types of perks being Enforcer, Recon, and Strategist. The bonus is different for each category. If you have three Enforcer perks, killing enemies grants a temporary buff to movement speed and health regenerate. Three Recon perks results in enemies being visible through walls for a short time after respawn. A HUD indicator flashes when an enemy is outside your view, and you leave no death skulls when killing enemies. Lastly, having three Strategist perks earns you bonus score for objectives and destroying enemy content, allows you to see enemy content through walls from a short distance, as well as faster deployment time for your equipment and field upgrades. Now, let's talk about the new game modes introduced in the beta. One that caught my eye is Tactical Ops, which combines elements of classic Search and Destroy with more dynamic objectives that change mid-match. This mode adds a strategic layer that's been missing from other recent Call of Duty titles. It's not just about racking up kills, you've got to think on your feet and adapt as the mission evolves. Another mode, Sabotage, is a chaotic, fast-paced mode where players fight to control a constantly moving objective. It's basically Hardpoint on steroids. The last mode I want to cover here is HVT, or High Value Target. One player from each team is randomly chosen to be the HVT, and are given 6 total armor plates to help them stay alive. The objective of the match is to kill the opposing team's HVT while simultaneously protecting your team's HVT. Now, the maps in the Black Ops 6 beta are a real highlight. They offer a mix of varied environments, from tight urban settings perfect for SMGs and shotguns, to very slightly larger, more open maps that cater to snipers and long-range engagements. The map design feels balanced with multiple lanes and plenty of verticality, giving players a lot of freedom to approach objectives in different ways. Plus, the addition of some maps being interactive, such as Skyline having metal shutters activated by a button, and the secret bookshelf door, makes for some really enjoyable and dynamic matches. As always, multiplayer is where the Black Ops series shines the brightest, and the beta doesn't disappoint. There's a good balance between new and familiar mechanics, and most of the classic perks and kill streaks make a return. One thing to note though, is that there are still some balancing issues that need ironing out. Certain weapons feel a bit too powerful, especially the 2 SMGs, and a few of the perks seem unbalanced. But that's what the beta is for, right? I'm hoping Treyarch takes the feedback to heart and tweaks these elements before the full release. As for performance, the beta runs pretty smooth, but there are some issues to be aware of. I encountered a few minor bugs, such as occasional texture and visual issues and some hit registration problems. Server stability was decent overall, but there were a few instances of lag, particularly during high traffic times. It's nothing game breaking, but it's worth mentioning as Treyarch continues to optimize the game ahead of launch. Although Zombies isn't available in the beta, we still have gotten a lot of info about Black Ops 6 Zombies, specifically that we're going back to round-based matches. I think everyone is happy about this decision, but unfortunately we're still getting a version of Zombies that can't reach its full potential due to greed. Let me explain. Zombies is still going to include OG characters like Richtofen, Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takio. However, you won't be playing as them, instead you'll play as whatever operator skin you have equipped. Basically, Treyarch and Activision are deciding to do this because they want Zombies players to spend more money on skins instead of playing as set story characters, which in my opinion is stupid and greedy, and as a longtime fan of Zombies, this really bothers me. But finally, what's the verdict on the Black Ops 6 beta? I thought it was pretty fun honestly, and it didn't really feel like another copy-paste Call of Duty game. I've noticed a lot of larger creators shitting on BO6, and at this point, I think they're just upset that they aren't getting a Black Ops 2 remaster. Obviously, Treyarch has to try to change things up, and I think it's really odd how many people are calling this the worst Call of Duty ever. Obviously, there's still work to be done, but I think Black Ops 6 has the potential to be one of the stronger entries in the series. I'm excited to see how Treyarch addresses the community feedback in the coming weeks. Have you played the beta? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and sub. Thank you for your time, and peace out. Hey, this is me recording off script, but I just want to let you guys know that I'm going to leave an unedited game here at the end of the video. Peace out for real now.